Hey Chris, what are we cooking today?
Today, we're cooking our famous crab cakes from scratch. I'm showing you how to do it, and I'm cooking, and then I'm gonna try these. Hi, Chris Weitzel, owner of Chris Produce and Seafood, here outside at 1300 Seagrave, Unit 4 in Woodstock. Today, showing you how I make my crab cakes. Now, we've been making these bad boys for probably the last 4 or 5 years, and you too can make these from what we sell here in the store. You can take home, make these yourself, or you can stop by the Woodstock Farmers Market every Saturday, 7 to 12, or out in Aylmer at the Old Imperial Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 o'clock until 3. So, let's get started. What I do is, before I actually use this crab, I take it out of the container, and it is very important to open the container, but rinse it off, which today, for all intents and purposes, just gonna, and if you get a good shot at this here, this is beautiful, this is real crab. Meat, all shell. You do want to run your fingers through it and make sure you do rinse it off, and make sure and check for any shell. Now, I'm gonna add in some crushed garlic, some nice dill, fresh dill. You can use dry dill if you're in a pinch, but I highly recommend you use the fresh stuff if you can. If you want to showcase those knife skills that you got, by all means, dice up your red bell pepper by hand. If you're doing a bunch of them, you can always use the food processor. It works well. Red onion. Emily's getting a little frisky over there. Diced up celery. Now, panko. We do have gluten-free available at the markets, which we make every 2 weeks, and then are available frozen as well, but panko. And I do use just out of the jar mayo. If you really want to get ambitious, make your own mayonnaise. It's not hard. Eggs, oil, blend up, season to taste. I just add 2 of these. Mix it up. You're just folding it in. You don't want to squeeze it together. You just want to make sure it's all getting incorporated together. And now that we got those all mixed up, you want to take your crab cake, make it into as much of, I like to call it a hockey puck. As much of a hockey puck as you can, flat on one side for sure. And we're gonna add a bit of olive oil. You can use a bit of butter if you wish. You don't need a lot, just enough to coat that pan. And then in. There we go. Now, I use, this is 100% real crab. A lot of people, the first thing that they'll ask when we sell them is that the fake stuff? And we use 100% real crab meat. The surimi crab, which is just a fancy name for flavored pollock, that does not make a good crab cake. There's no way around that. We're just gonna let these cook here. This here is called Phillips crab meat. There's 3 different varieties. There's an entry level, this is the mid-range stuff, and then there's a high-end stuff. And this we retail for $29.99 a pound. So we're just gonna let these go ahead and cook for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, so those have been cooking for about 3 minutes on this side. So what I'm checking for is to make sure I want a nice brown, enough so you can like tap your fork on it. So let's give it a look. Yes. So see that? I call that flavor right there. We're just gonna set that there. So we're just gonna give that a couple more minutes on that side. For a presentation, just some parsley, just for add some color onto the white plate. So we're just gonna let them sit. Now these crab cakes are a 1/4 pound. You could use these as an appetizer. You could use them as a couple of them be a main course. The one thing that I do highly recommend though is having a sauce of some side. So you could make your own remoulade, which would just be some mayonnaise, gherkins, garlic, mixed together with the parsley or dill. This is one that we sell, and I love this stuff. This is Braswell's Select. It's a tangy lemon and caper sauce. This stuff can be used. We sell potato and cheese crusted cod, which is really good on, but it is really great for a crab cake. So the one thing that you do have to remember about these crab cakes is that this crab is pasteurized. So it's cooked. You're really just wanting to get a nice crust on, I like to get a crust on both sides, but let's take a look here. That is perfect. So what we're gonna do, let's check the other one. Oh, that's money. So there we go. Those are 2 beautifully cooked crab cakes. Nice crust on both sides. All right, this is the time that I've been waiting for. So you hear that? That's what I want. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. See that there's a crust? But now, let's try this. Make sure to get some of that lemon caper sauce on the bottom. As you can see, oh, this cooked right through, but nice and fluffy. You can taste that fresh dill. That is delicious. You gotta use the lemon caper sauce or make your own remoulade though. Oh, that's phenomenal. It's got a bit of crunch then. That's exactly what you want. So make sure you come by here at the store. We've always got these, both the farmers markets. And remember, we're here to make your meals hook, line, and simple. Thanks a lot.